Thank you, everyone. It's great to see so many people here. I haven't seen these many people here since GlassX. No, hang on, sorry. That must have been last year. Sorry, where are you, Dan? I did promise I wouldn't say today anything about GlassX to Dan, but I lied. A few people have, before I actually go into my thing, so can you just roll back the auto cue for a moment? A few people said to me just before we started, wish me luck, which is fantastic, thank you very much for that. But they also said to me, you know, who are you going to be upsetting today? And I said, well, hopefully nobody. I don't want to upset anybody. But it made me think a little bit, and this isn't a joke. I just want to sort of, if we do upset people today, or anybody, whatever you're here today, it's not meant to upset anybody. The whole idea of today is to give you some information that you can go away with as the, as the owners of the companies and whatever. You make whatever decisions you need to make about your businesses. It's not about who's right, who's wrong, who's got the best this and who's got the best that. It's about information which hopefully you can take away and utilise for the good of your businesses. Whatever I say to people, and I say I'll apologise now to save me doing it now rather than do it individually to you or later, but whatever I say, it's meant from the heart. It's not having a dig at anybody. It's because we should be passionate about our businesses. We really should. And if we can't be passionate about our businesses, we shouldn't be in it. Go and do something else. I'm sure there's other things to be done out there where we can all go and work, and if that's what we wanted to do. But, if I do upset anybody, I apologise, but hey, that's life sometimes. I don't mean it. It's just that we are passionate. I'm very, very fortunate. I work for a fantastic company. I sell a fantastic product, and I love this industry. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's what we should be doing. So, anyway, on with the show. I just wanted to apologise first and get out of the way. So, I've never done this, by the way, this auto cue thing, so if I get it wrong, I really do apologise. Before I just stand here and blag it, but I've decided this time, let's have an auto cue to have a start, a middle and an end, so this could be interesting. So, there we'll get on with it. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see so many old friends, customers, suppliers, glass companies, window fabricators, installers, and of course, the freeloaders, or as I like to call them, the competitors. Catherine, I couldn't not do it, could I really? So why are we all here today? 3 years ago, flipping heck, I was a lot younger and had a lot less grey hairs, and probably when I look around here, it's actually quite good to see 250 people, nearly 300 people still in the industry. I think if we come back in 3 months' time, it might not be that many people. But anyway, 3 years ago, 221 people from all aspects of the industry gathered together here at the Ricoh Arena to hear the rantings of a few individuals who believed that the industry was about to be transformed by the opportunities offered by window energy ratings. Many turned up to scoff. Some turned up out of curiosity, and a few were actually genuinely interested. We looked into our little glass balls, please, no jokes, and predicted that by the end of 2010, C-rated windows would be the minimum standard that companies would have to offer to compete in an aggressive market. At that time, only a handful of companies had qualified for the BFRC energy rating scheme, with 50 or so different products, and Warm Edge technology at that time had less than 1% market share. Now, as you'll hear later, more than 200 companies have registered over 1,200 window products of all different material types. What a growth when you think about that. It's absolutely huge. And many people sat in the room today have been the leaders in that. And from my personal side of things, I'd like to thank them, because I think you guys have really taken the bull by the horns and pushed this industry forward. We also suggested that within 5 years that a major retailer would be offering A-rated windows as standard. This was rubbish by many who believed that the added cost would outweigh the benefit and was only going to ever be used as a marketing tool and never going to be reality. On Saturday last week, a certain member of the Edgetech staff, Alan, received a direct mailer through his door. Guess what? Anglian Home Improvements, the largest supplier of retail frames in the UK, were offering A-rated frames at no extra cost. If only I could be this accurate with my lottery numbers each week, I wouldn't have to stand here and force you good people to listen to me. We also predicted that the document R would be revised and the requirements for thermal efficiency for windows would be ever more stringent. Although no one at the time, including myself, was brave enough to anticipate how far the government would go, we did say they would only ever go one way. Later, you will hear from Andy McDowell just how far we have to go to satisfy a government who, rightly or wrongly, have made huge commitments to carbon reductions on our nation's behalf. So where are we now? If you listen to most of the media, that's what's going to happen. I quite like that. I actually stole that out of a newspaper. I'm not going to tell you which one, so I'll probably get sued, but I just thought it was quite funny, so I'll put it in there. 3 years on, and how much the industry has changed, from the boom of 2006 to the dreaded R or even D words of 2009. If the media are to be believed, we are doomed, and it's just a matter of time before we all disappear into the credit crunch abyss. That's a reality check. Although I would be very foolhardy to dismiss the immense economic issues that we face, it would be a braver man than me to stand in front of 300 people and tell them that everything is rosy in the garden. We do, however, need to take things into perspective. The largest IG manufacturer in the UK, well, sat here today, only have less than 10% of the market share. The largest trade window fabricator in the UK has a little more than 5% of the entire market share. And the biggest installer in the land only fits 5% of the total windows installed in the UK and Ireland. Whichever market you are in, this leaves us a huge potential market to go out and sell to. Companies today, now more than ever, need to find new ways to differentiate themselves. Whether this is through their products, service or marketing, or a combination of all three, the general rule is the same. Take market share from your competitors, or your competitors will take it from you. Charles Darwin's law of evolution is survival of the fittest, and it's our jobs as the heads of our respective organisations to ensure that our positions, as company leaders, that we put our companies in a position that we can come through the end of this in this most challenging of times. It's not the end of the world, but it is the end of the world as we know it, and for those companies who are entering 2009 with the same strategy as they had in 2008, I would like to wish them luck. I really would. I think it's foolhardy, but I think I would like to wish them luck. For those companies who are prepared to make the changes now and offer the consumer something that is quantifiably better than the competition, I truly believe that out of adversity does come opportunity. That's why I believe that our customers, now more than ever, need the support of their suppliers to help them achieve this. And it's time for the suppliers to step up to the plate. What I mean, and again, I don't want, I'm ad-libbing again, I apologise. I don't mean to be nasty when I say things like that, but I just wanted to emphasise this point. Our customers are at the coalface, they really are, and they need every tool in the bag to help them get through these difficult times. And I truly believe it's our responsibility to give them those tools. So I just wanted to emphasise that point, and it's not on there, so again, I've got to try and pick it up. We need, as an industry, to rally around and stop squabbling about what is best and let the consumer decide by giving accurate, fact-based information what products they want to sell and buy. It's time for glass companies, spacer companies and profile companies to come together and raise their game to help our customers who are at the coalface to convert that all-important lead to a sale. Much is spoken about upselling our products, but how many of us can truly sit here today and honestly and on heart say that they really try to do this? The majority of the industry fall into the horrid downward spiral called price reduction, or better known as margin reduction. This can only end up one way, and we're already seeing companies who have tried and failed to use this strategy end up on the scrap heap. Maybe it's time to take a leaf out of other industries' books and tell the consumer what to sell, or tell the consumer that they should be selling an A-rated window at no extra cost. The truth may well be that we already front-loaded the price to include the additional cost of this. It's no different to DFS, interest-free 4-year finance. We all know that the cost of the finance has been put up front, but they still sell an awful lot of furniture. This is what I believe. The consumer wants something for nothing. As long as they believe that and we give them that, people will buy. People are still buying out there. It's just that we have to give them reasons to purchase. A house full of A-rated windows can cost the manufacturer less than £120 over and above the cost of the same house full of windows with an E rating. £120 additional cost. Off the backdrop of potentially saving a £250 per year, an A-rated window over for an A-rated window over single glazing, you can save up to £250 per year, and even £100 a year more than E-rated windows. How can we not upsell that? Over the 25-year life of a window, that's more than the initial cost of the windows in the first place. I'm not here to preach to you today. I'm just trying to tell you that in my own way, why I think window energy rated windows are such an important part of the industry. Hopefully after today, you will agree with at least some of what I've said. But most importantly, I hope to be seeing everyone again in three years or more, including our competitors, well, at least some of them. But please bear in mind one thought. If it was bad yesterday, and you're not going to do anything about it today, why do you think it's going to be different tomorrow? Before I go, I'd like to show you a short clip. I'd like to ask you to concentrate on how many times the team in white pass the ball. So please concentrate on the white team passing the ball. Write down your answers on the rather nice pads that have been supplied to you, and I'll ask you the answer at the end of the clip. Everyone's got that. Have you all written it down? There's no prize, but hey. And the answer is, who thought there was 14? Nobody? 15? Bloody hell. 16? Must be some people that thought 16. Okay. 17? Okay. The answer is I don't know. No, I counted them. I have no idea whatsoever. Who spotted the animal? Okay, more of you spotted the animal than can count the ball. What does that tell you about the bunch that we've got here? Okay, the answer of what animal was there, there was a big gorilla that walked across that screen, and most of you didn't see it. To prove a point, we'll show it one more time. We might want to count it this time as well. You'll be there any minute now. By the way, put this in because I needed to pad my speech. So. Here he comes any minute now. There he is, look. That's exactly the same clip as you've just watched. And yet more than 60% of you didn't actually see the gorilla. Yeah? Just before we say thank you, the answer was 16. There is a moral to that story, yeah? The moral is, please try not to get so tied up what's in front of you on a day-to-day basis, and that you don't see the bigger picture. Golden opportunities like the window energy ratings generally only come around once in a lifetime, and we need to make the very, very most of them when they're here. Thank you.